The book of Genesis is, as everyone knows, the first book of the Bible. It begins with the creation of the world and it ends with the death of Joseph, the coat of many colours Joseph, in Egypt at the age of 110. No one knows for sure who wrote Genesis, but the overwhelming likelihood is that it didn't have a single author. In any case, it's probably the most entertaining book of the Bible, and it's interesting partly because its view of God is subtly different from the one that comes to dominate the Old Testament from the book of Exodus onwards. God is a God of extreme holiness, ferocity, and war. God has his violent moments in Genesis, of course. There's the flood, and then there's the obliteration of Sodom and Gomorrah, for example. But the book also has its unexpected moments. For me, two such moments stand out. Firstly, there's the scene in chapter 18 where three angels visit Abraham to tell him that Sarah, his wife, will soon have a son. Now, Sarah's 90 at this point. She overhears the news and she laughs. The angels then say, "Why did Sarah laugh?" She's scared, so she lies. She says, "No, I didn't laugh." Now, in most of the Bible, that would be the end of her. Lying to God is a serious matter. But in this story, one of the angels simply says, "Yes, you did laugh." And that's the end of the matter. Abrupt, but rather endearing. The second bit I like is where Jacob and his two wives, Rachel and Leah, decide to run away from Laban, Jacob's overbearing father-in-law, in chapter 31. Now, for some reason, Rachel decides she's going to steal the household gods. Laban catches up with them and he gives them a ticking off, but he's most upset that someone's stolen his household gods. If he finds that person, he'll kill them. Rachel cunningly hides them in her camel's saddle. She sits on it, and when Laban comes to search it, she tells him sorry, she can't get up, she's having her period. Laban backs down, and again that's the end of the matter. Whoever wrote that story didn't think to themselves, well, the devotion to idols is totally contrary to God's will, Rachel must be made to suffer. No, she simply gets away with it, and everyone lives happily ever after. In general, Genesis depicts a time so different to our own that it's almost incomprehensibly strange. To some extent, that's true of the entire Bible. But sometimes there's just a tiny chink of light, a point of intimate connection, which is what I felt here.